you at least know you're not going to get outlandish requests like, oh, play Aaron Carter, that's how I beat Shaq. You know what I mean? Like,
unless of course you're at that Aaron Carter brunch with DJ Natty Heavy at Bay Street Beer Garden.
Tick tock, it's time. The regular DJ podcast with the Club Bullies. 20 years experience of being regular as
Yo, what's up? I'm DJ Natty Heavy.
I'm DJ R.
And this is the regular DJ podcast. We have a special guest with us today, my man Josef.
That's me.
We're going to get into what he is here for and how it relates to the DJ world. He's always got something on his mind, always got some kind of scheme or some kind of game or some kind of app. You know what I mean? The man's an inventor. So we're going to talk to him about some DJ stuff, obviously here, what's going on in the weekend. It's a regular DJ podcast.
Let's go.
Robbie, let's talk about your weekend first, man. We had a lot of Charleston Wine and Food Festival events going on, and some other stuff, and yours was a little more varied.
So again, like always, Thursday, Friday, I was at Uptown Social, Headphone Disco, killed it again on Thursday. Friday, upstairs, DJ, you know, as usual. But Saturday, had to do the Food and Wine Festival Night Bazaar party. Ended up...
Wait. Let's talk about my experience at the Food and Wine Festival first, and then we'll go into your Food and Wine Festival experience, okay? So I had to do the Night Bazaar on... Thursday and Friday. Awesome, beautiful event, sexy event. The food is so good everywhere. The first night was like, I don't know, there was just like short rib just everywhere, all this meat and everything. Second night that I did it was a vegan night, different vibes for me personally. A lot of carrots that night, and I didn't know you could grill lettuce, but it was pretty good. Yeah, people grill lettuce
like romaine.
Wow. Exactly. It was pretty banging. But so it was a little different. So my experience at the Food and Wine Festival was definitely a little more laid back crowd vibe. Like I couldn't quite get them to dance for me. Like they were vibing, and I had a couple people that were, you know, kind of feeling the party part of it, but most of the time they were just kind of paying attention to their food. I think a lot of like the shuttles were taking people out at the kind of near the start that I had started. The band before me killed it as they always do. Shout out to the Terraphonics. The Terraphonics are crazy good. They also had this singer the second night I was out, Liz Kelly. She was absolutely amazing. But anyway, so first night I did like party music. You know, I tried to do like all the corny party stuff, you know, Bruno Mars, and I hit him with as much MJ as I possibly could. You know, and it felt probably more like, I don't know, just good wedding music vibey kind of, you know what I mean? Just keep the general party vibe going. And like, people were kind of feeling it. So like the next night I was like, all right, screw it. I'm just going to do what I want to do. So I just played house music they've never heard before. And still couldn't get them. You know what I mean? So I'm texting Robbie. I was like, hey, man, you know, I don't know what you got to do to get him. Good luck, man. You know, the event's going to be kind of awkward for you. You're going to be on stage. People are going to be just staring at you, expecting you to do tricks and stuff like that, you know? So then I get this text from Robbie. Shut up, man. Next day I get this text from him. I'm like, yo, man, how'd the event go? He's like, man, the cops had to kick people off stage. So how'd you do it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
it might have been a full moon or something.
Oh, man. So it rained for me the first night. That's my only excuse.
Your weather was pretty, you know what I'm saying, shitty.
Yeah, and then maybe vegans don't dance. I don't know. Like,
they don't have the strength. Sorry. It was a good joke. So
well, actually, that's a common misconception.
Yeah, exactly. How'd you do it Saturday night?
All right, so I started... I played like some Jack and House type vibe music.
That's what I did.
And I remember playing, once I got into like that Hey Mr. DJ, the Shoe Symphony remix, that version. Yeah. Like once I got into that, I saw like people were like really like moving. I was like, oh snap, let me see what's going on. So I moved from that. I moved into it's like an up-tempo version of Pony. I played this like up-tempo version of Too Close by Next. And this after a while, like people were starting to gather in front of me and like they were dancing. I was just like, oh snap, like what's going, like, is this about to happen?
Oh, like, man.
Then all of a sudden this girl walked up to me and she said, do you take requests? And then I played some Michael Jackson for this black couple, and then this lady coming to me, she was like, can you play Thong Song? And I was like, I don't know. Let me.
And sometimes as DJs, we have these moments at events where we're like, I don't know if we should play this song at this event. It doesn't seem appropriate.
Yeah.
Like, is this? So that was, I'm sure it was going through your head at the time.
Definitely, because there's Charleston Food and Wine, like, you know, it's like real, you know. So
they got thongs on though.
Yeah, so I was like, you know, they definitely did. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Put it on, and I heard screams.
That's the best feeling.
I was like, oh snap, I got them now. And then after that, I just started playing like party tracks, and then people started asking, can we get on stage? Can we get on stage? And I kept telling them no. Then all of a sudden, you know, it's always one person.
Oh yeah, it just takes one.
Just gets on the stage and just starts dancing. All of a sudden, I had a crowd of people on the stage, and it got nuts. It was actually a really fun time. Shout out to KJ. Saw him out there. He was up there hyping me up on stage. DJ Ruben was out there too. Shout out to him, and also Dave was having me on stage jumping.
I got no shout outs to give.
I feel like maybe the difference could be just like a couple people sometimes, right? That just kind of change the confidence of everybody around them, maybe.
Like I think also like the age group of people that was in front of me was like, I would say like late 20s to like 50s. So like it was people that really wanted to party. Like they were like, you know, they weren't like, you know, it wasn't like the older crowd, you know, because because our bougie brunch that we did on Sunday was more of an older crowd. You know what I'm saying? You really look at the demographic that was out there, you know?
Yeah, but we still played like a different kind of music at Bougie Brunch.
We oh my God, that was like...
So we got the opportunity to play the two of us together with a drummer, Marky M Beats, the Magnum drummer on Instagram. And it's a rare occasion, to play with each other, a rare occasion to play with a drummer, and definitely a super rare occasion to play with the three of us. All three, but it was super, like it was just vibes for a while. Like we just like vibes. You know, we heard a lot of Common, a lot of Bobby Caldwell. We were dropping Diggable Planets, stuff like that at first, and then we went into more house vibes, I think. And then more into party vibes. But the Sunday, the whole event was just sexy. And people were just feeling it.
Yeah, I wish I had known about it.
Yeah, even if you did know about it, I don't know. The tickets were still kind of, it was, So like, the homie hookup doesn't really exist in the Charleston Wine and Food Festival. You know what I mean? Not that you couldn't afford it or anything, but you probably didn't want to.
Yeah, I got you. Exactly.
And the food was real bougie too. They had like right beside it, they had like this like, it was like beets. And I was like, people really eat beets like that? And it was like, they was taking it up.
That's how I felt that vegan night. But yeah, so what was your weekend like this weekend, Joseph? Since you're here back in,
coming back
your
home,
spot, coming back home, after a long time.
Yeah, right. So I only went out Friday night. Turned all the way up Friday night. Oh, my bad. I turned all the way up Friday night. And, I can't do it like I used to, so I spent the past couple of days chilling. Fair
enough.
With that Friday night, and then just said, all right, let me not roll into bad habits, you know what I mean? Stay focused.
It happens as we get older, man. Yeah. You learn that lesson. Otherwise, I mean, I'm probably sure you got some texts, you coming out this week, but you learned enough now to be like,
I hit him with the ha, and that was it.
That's cool. So let's talk about why you're here and one of the reasons that you're here in town, and tell us about your brand new app that you're bringing to the world. You got some some back record with some success in the app world that you've done before with like 4 Lanes, the game that you released, and then we've actually you've been cool enough to talk to us about some of your other ideas that you've had, and we've been experiencing some betas and stuff like that. But this one,
this is like the one.
Yeah. Well, thank you. So the app is called UJay, and it originally started. This guy, he's actually an eye doctor, randomly enough here, but his original idea was kind of like a jukebox app where if you're at a bar or something, you request a song, not request a song, you straight up just play the song. You pay to play the song, right? So it just automatically stream over whatever system they have. And like, people are kind of doing that. You know what I mean? So let's figure out a new way to do it. So it ended up being just a tool for DJs to receive requests. Now, the key is a lot of DJs, as you know, don't like receiving requests, or it depends on the situation.
Right.
Right. And so what we've done is allowed the DJ to sort of set the parameters of what a person can choose from. So like you can connect your Spotify playlist, your Apple Music playlist, whatever sort of prearranged playlist you have. And then that allows you to control the music while allowing the people in the audience to think they're controlling it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So they request a song, and it's like, you're probably going to play that anyways at some point in the night, you know, and they can tip you as because you're keeping the songs going that they want to hear. And then that allows the DJ to make a little bit of extra money on top of what they're already getting paid, assuming they're getting paid for the gig.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're envisioning then we have the people on the dance floor have a version of UJay.
Yeah.
And then the DJs have another version of UJay, all on their own.
Correct.
Okay. So then like I have a Spotify playlist and I say I got like 200 songs that I want to put on there so that they're not requesting stuff that is inappropriate for the party.
Exactly.
So can I even set up like, hey, I'm doing a hip hop night. This is my hip hop playlist.
Exactly.
I can have it available for that night or whatever, so that they're not requesting like EDM songs, or if I'm doing an EDM night, they're not doing country songs or whatever.
Totally. And you can have multiple playlists that they can choose from. And then even if somebody does, let's say they choose a song from the playlist that you have available to them, but you're like, nah, you don't have to play it. I mean, you know what I mean?
It's
a request at the end of the day.
Exactly. So it's a tip-based thing. You at least know you're not going to get outlandish requests like, oh, play Aaron Carter, That's How I Beat Shaq. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Yo, unless of course you're at that Aaron Carter brunch with DJ Daddy Heavy at Bay Street Beer Garden, probably coming up at some point in the future.
Exactly. So yeah, man, that's what it is. It's very simple for the DJ, and then for the user, I figure there's an app that you can download if you want to do that and follow the DJ and have some of these additional features. But like if you're out and you're dancing, you turn up, you're not trying to like stop and fucking download an app on the dance floor, right?
Right.
So
is it location based?
It's location based, right? So we have a mobile web version of it. So like, you know, I guess one of the simplest interactions could be like a QR code on a coaster or something, or just like a sticker somewhere. Bloop, it takes you right to this closest DJ session to you based on your location.
Wow. Okay.
So
nice.
you can basically just pulls up that list of songs you can request. Doesn't require you to sign up, doesn't require you to download anything.
But your
like
DJ has to
clicks.
register though, right?
Yeah, the DJ has to register because at the end of the day, you guys want to get paid, you know what I mean? Or somebody might want to get paid, and that's, you know, you register, and then, you know, we're planning on allowing people to get paid like once a week, you know.
That's pretty dope because like that
Get paid out once a week. You know?
That's like, so like even for like people that are, because Charleston is a very tourist town, so like when people come from out of town, they can look at that, see what DJs, and they can choose what DJs they want to see based off the playlist that the DJs have up as well.
Exactly. And here's the thing, you know, since I've been doing technology, doing apps for over probably 10 years, or since apps existed, really. One thing people have constantly been trying to make, and even like Google and Facebook haven't really successfully done this, is the what's going on tonight? Where should I go tonight? Just in general thing. And it's usually based around trying to get people to be like, I'm here. And just people aren't going to do that.
Right.
So I realized that ultimately, if you can follow the DJs, you know, people are following the DJs, and you can get a pretty good sense overall. Like if I see over here, this DJ just received 10 requests, and over here, this DJ just received 1. Logic tells me there's a bunch more than 10 people over here.
Right.
Because not all of them are requesting songs.
Right.
So ultimately, we're creating a way to follow DJs as a means of knowing where to go and what to do.
And with adding the incentive with the tip system too, it actually gives a reason for DJs to be there in the first place, and bands too, really. And then they can, because what you're right about is missing a centralized hub for the what's going on.
Exactly.
And that can be a really good centralized hub because the entertainment is telling you we're here.
Exactly.
And that's dope. If you got that in Charleston and you're out in LA, like you're like, yo, I already got this app. Like, you're absolutely right, Robbie. Like that's
it's like a really cool byproduct of just a DJ's receiving requests. You find out, where are people requesting stuff? That means there's people there.
Let's talk about the tip system, because this is important on the regular DJ podcast for regular DJs to make extra money. So what are we talking about here? Are we talking about it goes right into the bank account? Are we talking goes to a Venmo, like a Cash App, or like what's the deal with this?
So I want me to get technical?
I mean, as much as you can without spilling the beans on your...
Sure. So right now the users have 3 primary ways of paying the DJ: Apple Pay or Google Pay if they have an Android phone, right? PayPal and credit card. We don't have Venmo yet, but after we launch, we pretty confident we'll get it. And the reason that is because Venmo is owned by Braintree, which is a company that's owned by PayPal, but their like criteria for getting approved is pretty strict. Because they don't want like a bunch of kids sending Venmo payments and then like disputing the payment. You know what I mean? Right. So they got to make sure your business model and everything is cool first, and then we'll have that. But we have like all of the payment methods that are technically possible, and that allows it. Somebody can just tip away without having to like one button away. They don't have to type in a bunch of stuff to tip you. And then as a DJ, you keep 80% as it is right now. Maybe we'll shift that, but right now we think 80%. The DJ keeps 80%, and then once a week you get your payout. You can't just sign up as a DJ.
Okay.
You have to send us some sort of verification that you have done this to some degree.
Like you need the business card or the website or something.
Instagram, a picture of you. Yeah, we got to see something where you have successfully DJ before we'll let you like take people's money.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That's fair.
So
we're talking to Josef. He's an international player, international app designer. You know what I'm saying? Coming out with the UJay app for DJs. Now, can we talk about when do you think you'll let some other DJs in on the beta code? Thank you for letting us in first too.
Yeah, man.
Let's talk about when you want to launch. When you plan to get more DJs added to this.
So y'all are so seasoned at what you do that I'm fully trusting you two to give me all the corrections that need to be made, and then after that, man, I think we're gonna just make it publicly available, hopefully by like the first week of April.
So what you're saying? This lies on us. This whole thing rests on me and DJ.
I mean, I just trust y'all. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
You gonna put your future in our hands?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it right in. Yeah,
that's a lot of trust there, bro.
Maybe if if I bump into Jeffy T or somebody, if I bump into somebody, I mean, say, but I've already been talking to y'all, so. I'm not going to exclude anybody.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm just not necessarily. I don't feel like I need to go too far out of YouTube to get really good notes on what it should be like before we release it. And then, obviously, different people have different perspectives. So once we put it out, other people will like have different opinions than y'all, and then we'll kind of weigh. Whose opinion matters the most.
We get it.
And what direction we go.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So yeah.
So we're talking 2020 launch though, for sure.
Oh, 1,000%. Yeah, for sure.
And then worldwide domination 2021.
Yeah, worldwide domination, man.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Gonna be able to buy that city.
Yeah. So Joseph, you gotta buy a city like Akon, man. That's where we're gonna get you, man. We're gonna get Seth City in there.
That's not a bad idea.
And then we're gonna DJ your first parties.
Hey, perfect. Like the new Dubai, basically.
Ooh,
boy.
Yeah.
Seth City 2020, 2022.
Yo, that would be fire.
That's probably pushing it. 2032.
At least you got a reasonable goal for your fantastic city.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, good job on that one. Well, word, Josef, we really appreciate having you on the show, man. Let the people know just real quick what your background is in app development, so they can also know that you're a verified source in this game too.
Yeah,
got that blue check.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, verified. So I've been thinking about this recently, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I'm pretty sure that with Visual Live back in 2010 or whenever that was, that we created the first. Well, first of all, this is before Apple TV or anything like that. So we created a TV app right? Not the first TV app necessarily, but we created definitely the first way to like for an advertiser or promoter to self-publish their ad publicly on a digital space. I'm pretty confident we did that.
Okay,
right?
dope. I remember Visual Live. I remember just the illest mixtape in the world was I Ride for Visual Live.
Shout out to Bird.
So good. Anyway, continue on.
And so what happened was, when I was in college, we created this like promotional TV network called Visual Live, and in that time, the iPhone came out and like smartphones got popping, right? So it's like, oh shit. People, if you're bored at the bar before, it's like, yeah, people maybe look at the screen. Right. Now people look at the screen in their hand. Right. So, just logically, we said, okay, everybody's got a TV in their pocket now, so we need to make stuff for that. So, Will and I, we started making apps. We had this app concept called Early. We raised money for it. Went out to LA, got this girl named Jasmine V, who had a track with Kendrick. They helped us promote the app. They gave us an exclusive little track. Nice. And so to give you background on that app, Early basically was like selling music at a premium. So you only allow 100 people to get access to this track before it's released. Right. And then they're willing to pay for it just to say that, yo, I'm a super fan. I got it first. Okay. Right. So that was like our concept. It didn't come to fruition for a few reasons, mainly because you need to raise a bunch of money to hit fucking these artists with payola
to do that, right?
And that was our first venture, and we kind of underestimated the level to which we would need that. You know what I mean? Not everybody's going to operate on the homie,
right? Right. Yeah, that's for sure.
So that's for sure. So yeah, but what ended up coming from that is we had enough money to sort of build a team around it. We had a developer. And, I was learning UI, UX design, user interface, user experience design. And so people just naturally saw that we were making apps and came to us to help them build their apps. That started paying the bills. So we naturally transitioned from like trying to get our own thing popping to helping people get their stuff popping. Mm-hmm. Now that side of the business is pretty steady, like I make an all right living helping other people. I'm trying to get back into this game of like, okay, let me get my shit popping. Right. Okay. You know what I mean? Which is great because now I've learned so much from other people's mistakes and my own mistakes, and I've learned a lot, and I think I've figured out how to like craft a product that will be viable. Yeah. So that's where I'm at.
And UJay will be the last product that you ever have to make, bro. And then
maybe have to, yeah.
But definitely not want to. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying have to, and then you can do whatever you want after that,
exactly.
Because you'll be flying the private jet. You know what I'm saying? You won't be flying it. You'll be chilling in the back.
Chilling.
You know what I mean?
Right. Man. But hey, maybe I'll fly it if I want to.
If you want to.
If you want to.
Have the time. You know what I mean? That could be your next passion. Exactly.
You can be a pilot, bro.
Build a robot of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Send him out to do all the other work. Exactly. Or whatever. That's the kind of level we're about to put you on with UJay.
Hey, appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Yeah, so we need everybody and their mamas in the DJ industry. When it becomes available, we will of course let you know on the regular DJ podcast. The second becomes available to our peers, you'll have to sign up for it, of course, to prove that you're a DJ. Not on the other side, not on the crowd side. You can just start giving us money immediately as it's available on the crowd side. But man, thank you so much for being here with us. Any shout outs that you want to give, to anybody or to anything that you're doing next as well?
Of course, shout out to Will. Shout out to Will Willis, holding it down in the Bay. Shout out to my guy Fresh the Fox. He just came on the scene. He's got a lot of cool shit going on in 2020. Shout out my mama.
No doubt. It's pretty much only our moms that listen to this show. So maybe your mom might be involved too. We might get that third listener. So no doubt.
Yeah. And and then shout out somebody else. I'm not going to say her name, but just so you know, I'm always thinking of you.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yep.
My man. I like it.
And shout out my guy at Fresh the Fox. You're going to want to follow him to see what he's got coming up this year.
At Fresh the Fox.
We'll get him on the booking soon, man. We'll hit up his people and, get his people to get
in touch with his people.
DJ R. Dot, you got any shout outs to give before we get out of here?
Not anything, man. Just follow me on social media at DJ R. Dot.
Word. Same here. You can follow me at Natty Heavy, and then you can follow us on everything at the regular DJ podcast. We out of here. Thank you so much for listening. Peace.
Oh.
The Regular DJ Podcast with the Club Bullies. 20 years experience of being regular as